Western medicine spent centuries poking around cadavers, desperate to find a physical meridian, only to find the very map our ancestors drew 2,000 years ago hidden in the medical waste they'd been throwing away. It's almost poetic, isn't it? Today we're talking about a massive shift in perspective. Why do modern anatomies, fascial chains, and traditional Chinese medicine's 12 meridians overlap with such haunting precision? Let's look at the current state of things. Pop open any video about TCM and the comments are crawling with rationalists shouting the same old line, "Anatomy proves it. We have veins, nerves, and lymphatics. Where are the meridians? Show me the tubes." In their world, if you can't point to a physical pipe with a scalpel, it's all just woo-woo and superstition. Honestly, that's just narrow-minded. Why? Because they're making a fundamental error, trying to use the static structure of a dead body to explain the dynamic system of a living being. It's like tearing apart a powered-off computer, looking at the motherboard with a magnifying glass and saying, "See? Just silicon, copper, and plastic. Where's the internet? The internet must be fake." Ridiculous, right? The meridians are the internet of the human body. Once life leaves, the fluids stop, the bioelectric network shuts down, and the signal is gone. Of course you won't find a pipe in a corpse. So how did Western medicine end up proving itself wrong? It all comes down to something they looked down on for centuries: fascia. Next time you're at the butcher, look at that white semi-transparent film between the meat and the skin. That's fascia. For Lambanyan in Western med schools, the very first step of dissection was to scrape this gunk away and toss it in the biohazard bin. In their old linear view, muscles provide power, bones provide support, and nerves carry signals. Fascia? That was just packing peanuts for the organs. Useless. Everything changed in the last century years. With the rise of biophysics and high-res electron microscopy, the Western medical world collectively gasped. They realized the packing peanuts they'd been trashing was actually the largest, most complex communication network in the body. This layer isn't just a wrapper, it's a 3D web that penetrates every muscle, every nerve, and connects every organ. A famous anatomist named Thomas Myers wrote a book called Anatomy Trains. He stopped looking at muscles in isolation and mapped out continuous fascial lines throughout the body. When experts compared Myers' anatomy trains to the Sure meridians from the inner cannon of the Yellow Emperor, they got chills. Take the superficial backline in fascia science. IT starts at the sole of the foot, runs up the calf, the hamstrings, along the spine, over the scalp, and ends at the brow. Look at an ancient TCM chart. THATISPOINTFORPOINT, the foot Taiyang bladder meridian. The paths, the pivots, the points of tension, they are identical. Their superficial front line, our stomach meridian. Their lateral line, our gallbladder meridian. Scientists were floored. They started asking, when TCM performs acupuncture, what are they actually hitting? They used to think it was just nerve endings, but many classical acupoints aren't even near major nerve clusters. To find the truth, the top journal Scientific Reports published a groundbreaking study in Arling-Ibanian. A team from NYU School of Medicine discovered a new organ called the interstitium. They found that the fascia isn't solid meat, it's a fluid-filled highway network. When they mapped this fluid network, it matched the TCM meridian map perfectly. Western anatomy couldn't find the tubes because meridians aren't blood vessels, they are this microscopic, fluid-filled superhighway. So, how does acupuncture actually work? Enter the piezoelectric effect. Our fascia is packed with collagen fibers. When an acupuncture needle is inserted and twisted, it catches these fibers. Modern instruments show that when collagen is mechanically pulled like this, it generates a bioelectrical signal. This signal travels through the interstitium at incredible speeds. This is why chi moves, why a needle in your foot can instantly soothe a headache. It's not digestion, it's a direct command to the body's physical operating system. If the physics isn't enough, look at the hard evidence from neuroscience. Harvard Medical School ran fMR1 brain scans on acupuncture patients. When a needle hits a specific point, the corresponding area of the brain lights up on the monitor. They recorded acupuncture specifically down-regulating the amygdala, the brain's fear and anxiety center. Oh, any needle, and modern tech sees your nervous system being physically forced to calm down. Conversely, when your fascia is chronically dehydrated or stuck, the fluid can't flow, creating a chi stagnation. Think of the modern office worker. Your scans show no bone damage, yet your neck is stiff and your back is leaden. Western medicine just hands out ibuprofen for this invisible pain, but in TCM, this is chi and blood stasis. In fascia terms, your layers are adherent. Long hours of sitting in high stress make the fluid in your fascia thick and sticky, like dried glue. The bioelectric signal is blocked, microcirculation is cut off, and the tissue becomes starved of oxygen. The meridian is blocked. The tuina massage, the suction of cupping these, aren't just for relaxation. They are mechanically rehydrating those stuck layers, breaking the glue, and letting the fascia slide again. When the meridian opens, the pain vanishes. It's not magic, it's high-level fluid mechanics. At the intersection of these two worlds, we realize that TCM and Western medicine are two entirely different universes of logic. Western medicine is Newtonian, treating the body like a machine. If a part breaks, you fix it or replace it. This is great for trauma and surgery, but TCM is ecological. It's quantum. It cares about the relationship between cells, that very interstitial space the West threw in the trash. TCM sees the body as a forest. The trees have pests. The Western approach is to invent a powerful pesticide to kill them. IT works, but it often poisons the soil, what we call side effect. TCM looks at the environment. It asks, why is the soil too damp? Why is there no airflow? By adjusting the climate of the body, the pests simply can't survive. Ultimately, the overlap of meridians and fascia isn't just about space, it's about rhythm. TCM speaks of Ziwu Liuzhu, the idea that qi flows through different meridians at different hours. Modern chronobiology has confirmed that the fluid flow and cell activity in our fascia follow a strict circadian rhythm. When you're up at 2 a.m. scrolling through your phone, you aren't just losing sleep. You are violently tearing the self-repair frequency of your entire fascial web. You are disconnecting your body from the frequency of the Earth's rotation. In 2026, as superbugs multiply and chronic diseases haunt the modern world, the world's top scientists are looking east. They are realizing that a linear, warlike mindset cannot solve the problems of a complex biological ecosystem. The future of medicine isn't about fighting the body, it's about harmony within it. Existence of meridians never needed a cold scalpel for approval. They are the living symphony of energy that happens inside. As we breathe, sweat, and feel. Thousand years ago, without microscopes or fMRI, our ancestors used nothing but profound observation and reverence for nature to draw the blueprint of life. Next time someone tells you TCM isn't scientific, just smile. Science is still huffing and puffing, trying to catch up to the summit where TCM has been waiting for 2 millennia.